All right, we're back with the final portion of this episode, episode number 30 of the Mega Gamecast. And Redbeard, he's been playing. We don't usually talk too much about JRPGs. Well, we do, but not in a, let's say, loving manner. Um, he's been playing Star Ocean 5 or Star Ocean, what is it called? Faithless? Integrity
It's
and
called
Faithlessness?
it's called Star Ocean 5 Integrity and Faithlessness.
All right.
Uh
So
but
have at it.
I'm usually not a huge fan of most JRPGs as well, but Star Ocean's one of those games that came out. I believe it was on the PlayStation 2.
Hmm.
Was the third one of them, and I actually love that game. So I've played through it probably 3 or 4 times, and the fourth one came out. Wasn't so happy about The Last Hope, and then this one came out, and it looked like it would be good. So I decided to pick it up. Um, the battle system seems pretty good. Characters seem pretty good. Story play seems pretty spot on. I mean, it's reminds you of the third one. You
Hmm.
know, where you're going around. You kind of
Yeah, so
mix of
what's the premise of this game? Just so people like me
so
who have absolutely no idea what this series is about.
well. The premise of this game is you have people that are from, and just as you were asking that, you have people coming from the stars that are looking down onto a planet, okay, other than Earth, and they have certain laws that keep them from telling that they're from the stars. You know,
Hmm.
and this planet they come onto, um, they find people that are using magic and swords. So you're thinking about medieval times with swords, but you also have magic, and they use this thing called signs here or symbology that you'll find in other games, which is the magic. So in this game, you have this kid that shows up, and she has this massive amount of magic, and nobody knows how this happened. So they're trying to find this little girl's parents the entire game and find out that well, I can't exactly tell you what they find out because that'll ruin it and
Yeah.
spoil it. But the entire game is based on finding out where this kid comes from and how to help protect her.
Okay.
And so they all band around and try and protect him. And this people that come out of the stars end up revealing that they're, not exactly from this planet,
Okay.
And so you end up doing all these different battle systems. It's got some side quests in it. It's a completely different type of battle system than most people are used to. You can have up to 7 people fighting at the same time in one little area, and you can swap between the characters.
Okay.
You have your healers, you have your magic users, and you have your sword users as well. Most of it's a fun game for me,
Is the
but I guess
combat real time or turn based?
it's real time. There's
Okay.
no turn-based combat.
Is it like do you like go into battle mode? Is it a game like that, or is it kind of like just free formed in the world?
Okay, it's not freeformed. You basically run up on your enemies. You can
Yeah.
see them in front of you.
Okay.
Instead of the ones where you get that flashing and random people show up, you actually see what you're about to fight,
Okay.
which is a little bit easier on you, and you can run away as well, of course.
Yeah.
But you can see what you're about to fight and prepare for it beforehand, or walk around it, try run around it, dodge them, whatever you might want to do.
Okay.
Um,
So
but
there was you were talking about like medieval. Well, I don't know if you specifically said medieval, but you were talking about fantasy. Is there like a sci-fi element to any of the weapons or the world even?
So far with the world and the weapons, no. I mean,
Okay.
you do have some guns in there, but it's that is the premise. That one part you see them shooting guns at these people, and they're like, "What are those, man? Boomsticks?
Oh, okay.
Uh, what is that thing?
All right.
This is totally unfair. Where did they get these?" So you do see that, but you haven't. I haven't gotten that far into the game where you see that, but you do see that in some of the other games where, yes, you do have that sci-fi fantasy aspect clashing with each other. You think of space age medieval knights, I guess you would say,
Sure.
with
Cool.
magic. It's different. It's a JRPG, but it's not like most JRPGs where you have that like little standalone character that shows up and you see them standing there as a 2D picture and you see the text at the bottom. No, this actually has the animations going through, so it's a bit different than most JRPGs that you see out there nowadays.
Okay.
You know, you actually see everything moving.
What have you been playing on? What console?
I've been playing on PlayStation 4. I'm more of a PlayStation fan, but
Okay.
I believe this is on some other systems as well.
I'm not sure.
It's on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 3, I'm reading.
Yeah, it's a PlayStation 3 as well.
Oh, so it's a cross-generation game. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those games that if you like the series, you might play it. If you don't like the series, you may not play it. It's not for everybody.
Yeah, no, a lot of people were looking forward to it because I guess, like you had mentioned, some of them like the last one wasn't too great. You didn't enjoy
exactly.
it. Yeah. So they're hoping that
battles.
This brought it back into its prime.
The battle system wasn't exactly ideal. Now there are some issues with this game that I do have. One, you don't exactly know where to go. In some aspects of the game, it's like, all right, we need to go to this part. And if you accidentally skip the dialogue or miss the dialogue, you have no idea where to go. And there's no like icons displaying world map as to where to go. You can only access local maps as to where you are. So you have no idea where to go in the game. So that's one of the issues that I've found with the game itself right now.
Is there like a quest log or anything?
There is a quest log, but the quest log doesn't... I mean, it says, all right, you need to go to this area, but it doesn't tell you where that area is.
So you just have to find the area.
Yeah, and when you look through the bestiary and encyclopedia, glossary type stuff in the game, it only has words. It doesn't have any visuals in there. Like when you're looking at the characters that you've run into, you only see a description of what they are, but not who they are. They are, like you would see in most other games. Yeah. So I mean, it lacks in that aspect, but I mean, it's more a story than combat-based game, I guess you could say.
Is it fully translated into English?
Yes. It is fully translated into English, so you don't have to worry about playing and not having to worry about hearing Japanese and then reading what you have to.
Or reading subtitles, right?
Yeah, so you don't have to.
That's sometimes hit or miss. I noticed that sometimes they get treatment, sometimes they don't. So there was some complaints that I saw about like lack of like life in the world, like out when you're running around. Is that something you've come across?
I agree. There's like you walk out into the world, you don't see anything. You might see your enemies every now and then, but you really don't see people walking around.
Yeah.
You don't. It's not as, I guess, realistic as most people would want. The enemies are scarce. They're not as many.
Mm-hmm.
And they do respawn, but I mean, you have to walk a certain amount of way away from them, and then they respawn. You do have crafting in this game as well. In which you gather materials, and sometimes those don't respawn as quickly as you want them as well.
Oh, okay. So sometimes you're searching around for stuff that you can't find.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of the symptom of a lot of RPGs that have crafting in them. Sometimes you're like, I don't know how long.
Well, they don't even explain where they are.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know how many hours I spent like making daggers and then breaking them down in Skyrim just to build up my armory skill or something like that.
In this one, you use crystals to upgrade either your skill sets. You have roles in this game where you can be like the healer or the attacker or the defender, and you upgrade them via these crystals that you get from doing combat or going to those specific resource spots. And then you have specialty abilities that are mostly passive that you can use those crystals for as well to upgrade, that allow you to craft, maybe do weapons, or maybe to write spells, or maybe to create potions and so forth. So you have a lot of different ways to play the game if you want, but it is difficult to come by certain portions of that in order to play properly, I guess you could say.
Okay. All right. So all in all, you enjoy the story. I think the story is
so far, other than the gameplay, and some of the things I've mentioned that I don't like about it, the story seems pretty good. It's well written and well played out.
All right, cool. So this is living up to your expectations for Star Ocean game, for the most part.
Absolutely, yes.
Red, would you be able to play? I noticed this is a sequel to other Star Ocean games. Would you be able to play this game if you didn't play the previous games?
Yes, you would. You would be able to play the game. I mean, there are some. How could I put this? Some references in the game that you may not get, but you can play the game and not have to worry about like what's going on. Each game has its own individual story in of itself.
Okay, but there's some things that carry over, but it's not like
yes,
a direct sequel or something like that. Kind of like a little bit like Final Fantasy, where each one's kind of standalone.
Yes, exactly. It has its standalone, but it also has certain things that you notice that are similar about the game. There are some things that do follow from the other games, but you don't necessarily have had to have played the other ones.
All right, cool. So if anyone's interested in Star Ocean and they've played the previous ones, they should find something that they enjoy here. And if they're looking to get into it, maybe this is a good spot to start.
I would definitely do that. If not playing some of the previous ones, you might like The Last Hope that was on a PlayStation 3. You may not. I'm pretty sure that most people would like the one from PlayStation 2, I believe it is.
Okay.
Star Ocean 3. I would hope they remake that one. That was one of my favorites out of the series.
Cool.
All right.
So yeah, I mean, for the summer months to get this game's probably pretty long, right?
I'm about 3/4 of the way through it, and I've played probably about 27 hours of it. So.
Okay, yeah, so a good summer game where there's not a whole lot coming out. Sink your teeth into a big JRPG.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 3 right now. Is that a full $60 game?
I believe it is. Yes, it is. No DLC that you have to worry about. No microtransactions.
You buy the game and you get it.
Yep.
All right. Cool. All right. Thanks, Red.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, Sai, for bearing with us.
And not passing out.
Well, I have to do the same thing with you guys, so I'm not. Don't worry about it.
All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this episode of the Mega Gamecast. You can follow us on Facebook. We're Voxel Voice Facebook group. You can like and subscribe on YouTube, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Alrighty, later.
Peace.
See ya.